Folks, it's Monroe Mann back again, telling you not to play the lotto. So, a little story. About 3 weeks ago, I was walking in Miami Beach. I went to the little convenience store on Washington Avenue, and I was just sitting outside. I think I was eating an ice cream with little Dancer, the dog. And I saw this guy next to me, and he was feverishly scratching off all of these lottery tickets, these scratch games. And I looked over and I saw some of them. And I saw the dollar amount of how much these tickets cost. Most of them were $20 or $25. Why did he buy $20 or $25 very high cost lottery tickets? Because the payouts are much higher. And I saw him scratching and scratching and scratching. What's up, Bubblegum? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he must have had about 20 lottery tickets, each one costing about $20 to $25. I mean, 20 times 20 is, I can't even do the math in my head, but it's a lot of money. 25, I can't even do it. It's terrible how math I am. 20 times 10 would be $200. So 20 times 20 would be about $400. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he spent $400 on these lottery tickets. After he's doing all the scratching off, I said, excuse me, so did you win? And he said, nah, which is usually the case. Normally no one ever wins the lottery. And I asked him, I said, how often do you spend $400 on the lotto? And he said, once a week. Whoa. So $400 of his paycheck went to playing the lotto that week and every week. So $400 times 4, that's $1,600 this guy paid on lottery tickets every month. And I'm thinking to him, I said, with $1,600 a month, why don't you invest that in the S&P 500? SPY. It's an index fund that tracks the top 500 companies in the United States. And you just buy SPY, this ETF, and you're automatically buying small shares of every single company in that list of 500 most financially successful companies in America. And as soon as I said that, he went, yeah. So he actually knew what the S&P 500 was. If he spent $1,600 in SPY very rarely loses money, and certainly over a year, it's almost guaranteed to increase in value. So let me just grab my calculator. I mean, $1,600 he spent on lotto tickets every month. 1,600 times 12. That's $19,200. What's up, young Jim? No smoking for me. Bad for your health. Makes your breath smell bad too. So $19,200 this guy was spending on lotto tickets. Not only if he just saved that money, if he had saved that $19,000 that he would spend on lotto tickets every year, my gosh, after 3 years, he's got $60,000. That's enough to make a down payment on a rental property or an incredible investment. But if he had taken that $1,600 a month that he spends on lotto and just bought the S&P 500 index fund, SPY, unbelievable. The SPY, if you look at the SPY, look at the historical returns of SPY, the S&P 500 exchange traded fund. Look at that over the last 15 years. There's a little dip around, it's like 2015, and then there's a little bigger dip around 2020, 2021 because of COVID. But it has skyrocketed since then, and it's continuing to go up. Now, I'm not telling you necessarily that you should invest in SPY, and I'm not giving an investment advice. What I am saying is you're an idiot if you keep spending all of your money on the lotto. Let me look at some of these comments here. Baked beans. Honestly, spending your money on cans of baked beans is a much better investment than spending $19,000 on buying lotto tickets every year. Because at least the baked beans are in a can They're going to be preserved, and you're keeping the value. When you buy lotto tickets, you're basically throwing away your money. You have a 1 in infinitesimal likelihood that you're going to win the lotto. And that's what I'm basically urging you is to please either save your money or invest it wisely. Stop trying to get rich quick. By the way, if any of you like what I'm talking about, please click like. Please subscribe to my channel. I give lots of cool advice about lots of things, and I share historical information and whatnot. Mikhail says the financial costs of cigarettes are insane too. The average smoker smokes 1 pack a day. That's like $8 where I am. 8 times 30 is $240 a month. 100% correct. I always talk to smokers and go, and whenever I hear a smoker saying, oh, I wish I had more money so I can go on a vacation, or I wish I had money so I could fix the air conditioning in my car. $240 a month here in Miami Beach, it's even more than $8. I think it's like $12 per pack. So it's more like $350 a month. Again, 350, let's do the math. I'll get my calculator here, times 12. $4,200 a month that people are spending on cigarettes if they're smokers. $4,200. If you put $4,200 into a savings account, let's say there's no rate of return, all it is going into savings, and you do that for 25 years, oh my gosh, that's $105,000. In some places in the country, you can buy a house or a condo for that amount. Certainly in Miami Beach, you can do a down payment on a $300,000 condo or $350,000 condo. I mean, the way people spend their money, people complain that they're not making enough. People complain that the costs of everything are rising, this and that. So many people just waste their money. There's something called the latte factor. When you go to Starbucks and you get a coffee every single morning and it costs $5, $6, guess what? $6 times 365, $2,190 that people are spending if they buy one $6 Starbucks coffee every morning. $2,190. That's a nice trip to Europe. That'll pay for the airfare and that'll pay for like 4 nights of hotel. It's enough to get you there and keep you lodged. Maybe you got to spend a little bit extra money for food. But let me see. Is it the SPY 500, says Young Jim? Yeah, SPY 500. If you go onto Robinhood or Yahoo Finance and you type in SPY, that is the SPY Exchange Traded Fund. It's known as the SPYDER, SPYDER. Every week I am investing money in SPYDER because it's probably one of the risk-free investments you can find on the stock market. Could it fail and could it crash? Absolutely, but only really in 2 situations. One, the entire American economy crashes. If the entire American economy crashes, then guess what? So does every stock on the stock market. The other situation where the SPY is going to go down is if every single company goes bankrupt on the same day. There are 500 companies. The likelihood that any of them go bankrupt on any day is very low. And the way that the SPY works is that every day or every week, I'm not sure, it gets rebalanced based on some companies get kicked off, some new companies get added based on their financial performance. So you don't even have to worry about it. It's all done by computer. You just buy SPY. Even if you buy $1 of it every single week, that's $52 at the end of the year. And I guarantee you probably, by the end of the year, it's worth $75. It might be worth $100. Look at the historical returns of SPY and you'll see. You can also look at the historical returns of DIA, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and their historical returns of QQQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ. All 3 of those are pretty sound investments that you don't have to worry too much about. You are far more likely to have consistent returns that will actually improve your life in a measurable way. Maybe you're not going to become a millionaire, but I guarantee you, if you play the lottery every day with the money, the likelihood that you become a millionaire from that is almost infinitesimal. You're just wasting money. And we hear these stories of, oh my gosh, this person won $550 million. And you think, oh, that could be me. Do you know how many people play the lottery every single day? The likelihood that it's you is almost zero. And honestly, while winning a lottery would probably be great for everybody, I don't think anybody would turn that money down. Because I sometimes play the lottery, maybe once a year, once every 4 or 5 months, just for fun. I'll spend $5 and buy 5 scratch-off tickets, but it's entertainment. Just like going to the Bellagio casino in Las Vegas. When I'm in Vegas, I will go to the Bellagio, but with $100, and I leave my cash and my debit cards at home because I do not want to be in a situation where I spend more money. I'm going there for $100 of entertainment, and that's it. And that's what the lottery is entertainment. And I find it hard to believe that this guy at the mini mart here in Miami Beach found a lot of entertainment blowing $400 a week. And after about 3 minutes, everything was scratched off and it's gone. Glitch, if you're still here, this is about investing and the stock market and why I'm telling you not to play the lotto. Because investment is not about just randomly playing things for luck. You want to be strategic about where you put your money and actually get a return. The Warren Buffett's #1 rule of investing: never lose money. Based on that, every time you play the lotto, you're basically violating rule #1 of investing because you're going to lose, very likely. And when you do win, it's usually a very small amount. You'll play a $1 scratch off, you'll buy 5 of them, maybe you'll win $2 back. I'm sure most of you have experienced that. Every once in a while, I'll win 10 or 20 bucks, but it never makes up for the $100 that I've spent over the course of the last 10 years buying these scratch-off tickets. But I never buy them because I'm trying to make money. I'm doing it because it's fun. And I'll spend like $3 or $4 every few months. If that. I've spent maybe $3 on scratch-offs in the entire year so far. Not much. Jojo the Monkey says, oh great, just jump in your time machine and go invest 15 years ago. You're correct. You're absolutely right in thinking that. But by that logic, look at the historical returns. You always see on investment prospectuses, it says, past performance is no guarantee of future results. 100% true. Just because the S&P 500 has gone up almost consistently over the last 20 years doesn't mean it's going to keep going up for the next 20 years. But the odds are highly in your favor if you do that, as long as you believe that America is sound financially, whether Republicans or Democrats are in office, as long as you think that American companies that are on the S&P 500, like Microsoft, Ford, Apple, if you think they are financially strong companies, you can't really go wrong by investing in the S&P 500. Unless you've got a better place to put your money, put it in SPY. With a caveat, never invest all of your money into one investment. I'll talk about this some other day, but you need to make sure you have a never touch fund, which are your savings account. You need to have a fund that will allow you to live for 6 months to a year if you lose all of your income. This is why it blows my mind when people spend $400 a week on lotto. I ask them, how much money do you have saved up in the bank? They're like, oh, like $300. That is the riskiest move ever. They're spending all of their disposable income on an investment in lottery that they're never likely to see again. And if they lose their job tomorrow, they've got $300 in the bank. No, you should be putting so much money into your savings account that if you lose your job tomorrow, you can still live for 6 months without any change in your standard of living. Day Hooter put GME, GameStop. That's, first of all, if you haven't seen the movie Dumb Money or read the book, please do so. It is an incredible investment education. Dave is talking about GameStop, which is it's a video game store. They sell video games, a retail store. And in 2020, it was really suffering financially. And Raging Kitty, I think it's Raging Kitty, or I think that's his name. Raging Kitty, which was this Redditor, started posting buy, and he got it all into a frenzy where these small little retail traders bought it so much of it that it drove the stock price up. Some people made off like bandits. Some people lost everything. Not only the people who got shorted out, but also the people who saw their fortune go up, but they got greedy and didn't sell. Sometimes you got to know when to sell. If you just think it's going to keep going up, they say, what's the expression? Get out while the getting is good. And a lot of the people that just stayed, they lost all of their gains. And then some of them put their college funds into it. Some of them put their retirement into it. So the GameStop story is fascinating. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Roaring Kitty, that's his name, not Raging Kitty, Roaring Kitty came back after being silent for 3.5 years. And there was a big rise in GameStop once again. And some people made a little bit of money. Glitch, I like beans too. Again, beans, great investment. Young Jim, if you were to give investment advice, what would it be? I have 40,000 pounds saved up in the UK. Young Jim, first of all, again, I'm not giving investment advice because I don't know your particular situation. But in general, the first thing is get an emergency fund saved up. That is the number one investment. While you're getting that emergency fund saved up, I would also start paying off any credit cards that you have, because the rate of the interest rates on those credit cards are always beyond what you're likely to get from investments, unless those investments are 20% or more APR, which is APR, I guess would say like annual rate of return. Once you've got your credit cards under control and you've got your savings under control, then start looking at investing. If you go to my website, it's Monroe Mann Financial Plan or Invest Like an Investor. It'll explain the investor acronym that I have. And I think too many financial planners only focus on one lane. They go, you got to invest in the stock market, or you got to do in mutual funds. Oh, I think real estate investment is the best. Or I think you should start your own business. Or I think you should invest in your education. All of those things are important, and you should be looking at all of them. And what I always recommend people to do is become a mini expert in all of the different investment vehicles. You'll read it. You can read about it on investlikeaninvestor.com. The link is in the description. But the first thing is get your savings secured. Make sure if you lose your income tomorrow, you've got something. Honestly, 40,000 saved up in the bank, maybe it's perfect right where it is. Think about your monthly expenses. Let's say you've got no credit card debt and you have no other big debts and you have 40,000 saved up, and let's say your monthly expenses are 5,000 pounds. That means, let's do our math, okay, 5,000 pounds times 6, 30,000 pounds. So that means you, with just 30,000 of those pounds saved up in the bank, you can live for 6 months without any problem, even if you lose your income. So I would say keep $30,000 in a savings account. Take 10,000 pounds and consider investing that. Maybe put some of it in the S&P 500, some of it in QQQ, some of it maybe buy some Bitcoin, maybe 500 pounds of Bitcoin. I'm a big fan of diversification. I would buy maybe 500 pounds of physical gold, because if Armageddon happens and the electronic grid is wiped out and your bank account goes to zero, because all of our money is based on the digital accounts, the banks. Let's say there's an EMP attack, a zombie apocalypse. Guess what? Everything's gone, even Bitcoin. Because if all electricity is wiped out and all the hard drives are wiped out, guess who's gonna be winning right there? People who have cash and in multiple currencies. Keeping money just in dollars is foolish. Keeping money just in Swiss francs is foolish. Keeping money just in Deutschmarks, foolish. Deutschmarks, we don't have those anymore. What's another one? The yen or the Chinese renminbi. You never want all your money in one currency. But if you have gold, gold is king. And when Armageddon happens, you're going to be able to use that gold to do whatever. Have a blessed day today. Thank you, Hitomi. I appreciate that. I hope you have a aggressive day too. So buy GameStop? No. GameStop is a potentially viable stock if you do your research, and after you do your research, you determine that it is a sound investment. I can tell you that buying SPY or QQQ is less of a risky thing because it's an ETF with many stocks in there. And I believe the strength of the American economy is strong overall. But buying GameStop, unless you're on the button with Roaring Kitty, and the moment he says buy GameStop, you buy it and you're prepared to sell it immediately later that day when it reaches a certain level that you're comfortable with, great. But I would not buy GameStop just as a long-term investment. I hate math. I don't love math either, but I've learned to appreciate it because it's very helpful when making investment decisions and when doing basic calculations. By the way, if any of you guys like this, please click like. Please subscribe to my channel. I have so much knowledge and so many topics. If you look at some of my past streams, they're all recorded and they get posted on my YouTube channel under live. You'll see the diversity of the live streams that I give. So there's something for absolutely everybody. Jung Jim, I smoke. It's worth the money. It's fun and affordable. I'm still young, very healthy. As long as you're making an informed investment decision, I don't fault you for that, Jung. Some people never smoke and they eat healthy their whole lives and they die at 30 of a heart attack. Some people smoke their whole lives and they live to be 100 and they have no lung problems. There are always exceptions, and I hope that you are one of the exceptions and you never have lung problems. At the same time, scientific studies have proven that smoking of any type, even cigars, it damages the lungs. So just make that decision. That's an investment decision in your health as well. And I think that's what people don't realize is every decision you make is an investment decision. You decided to invest some time here on this live stream. Some of the people come here and they come here for 1 minute and say, I'm not investing any more time with this guy for whatever reason. Maybe they don't like what they hear. Maybe they think I'm ugly. Maybe they hate the sound of my voice. Maybe they got a phone call. Maybe their battery died, which reminds me I should plug in because my battery died earlier when I was doing a live stream. And that was pretty horrible because the whole thing just stopped and everybody saw me go bye-bye. So now I am plugged in. And thank you for the like. I appreciate that. That's helping me to grow the channel so I can do this more and give you more content. No comment on the hash. I'm just going to say in general that smoking is not good for your health, and I don't think it's a great financial investment. I don't think it's a great health investment. But that's not for me to decide. All I want to do is give you tools to make better investment decisions. And if you think that is a good investment for your time and health, hey, more power to you, my friend. It only costs me 100 pounds a year. Okay, so I'm giving you tools to think about. Smokes are like $4,000 for 2 years, says Alexander Redlin. Yeah, everything adds up. The point is to enjoy life. Money is for spending. So you make an excellent point, Young. I want to point out there are two excellent books. One is Die Broke, and the other is called Die with Zero. And these two books basically say money is for spending, not for saving. And money is for spending, not for investing. Now, they say that with a grain of salt because if you do either thing in the extreme, you're dead. If all you do is save your money and invest it and you never spend any of it, you're going to live a very broke life. It's not going to be very rich because all you have is money in the bank and you never spend it, so you never go on vacation, you never eat out at a nice restaurant, you never get a massage. And what's the point of just saving up money if you don't do anything with it? On the other hand, if you're a spendthrift, which means someone who spends all their money as soon as they get it, that's not good either, because you might live for the moment and life is good, but as soon as you run out of that income or you run out of the money, you're in big trouble and you're really stressed. So this book is trying to say to find a balance. And it says, your mission should not be to accumulate wealth. Your mission should be to accumulate memories. life experiences. And the money that you earn should be used to create and fund these life experiences. I used some money to go move to China for a year. When I was in China, I did have a job, but I mean, literally, I quit my job as a public defender in New York, making pretty decent money, to go take a job as an English teacher in China, making 1/3 of what I was making as a lawyer. And I think it was one of the best investments of my life because of the memories and the experiences that I got. I speak Chinese now, 我会说中文. I met so many friends there. I was able to travel all around Asia. I mean, look at the smile on my face. That is so much more valuable to me than having money in the bank. But I also have money in the bank. In fact, I quit my job as an attorney again. I always quit my job as an attorney because I hate being an attorney. So I was an immigration attorney for a year in Miami, and I quit it because it's just driving me batty. But I've saved up so much money that right now I'm living off of savings. And it's been 4 months. And I'm so grateful that I don't spend all of my money. I live in a small apartment. I look out and I see an alley. That's my view. To me, I don't have to have this fancy view. I'd rather live in a smaller apartment, save the money, and have it in the bank. So now, guess what? I don't even have to pay for my rent, basically, because I've been saving up for it for so long. Let's look at some more comments. Alexander Redlin has a spider bite. So maybe you should have invested in spider repellent or a spider net, or invested some time looking around your apartment before you went to bed. Gold has outperformed SPY since 2009. Yes and no, Dave. By the way, Dave, this is a great book for you. The New Case for Gold by James Rickards, an amazing book. But what I want to share with you about gold is people think that gold is increasing in value. And they say gold has outperformed SPY since 2009. It's not true. Because the value of gold is directly related to the inflationary level of the US dollar. Inflation of the US dollar since 2009 has gone up tremendously. Why does it look like gold is increasing in value? Because the value of the dollar is dropping, so it costs more dollars to buy an ounce of gold. This is why anyone who's investing in life as part of their financial portfolio should have gold, because gold is inversely related to fiat currency. What is fiat currency? It does not mean Italian car money. It's the term for money that is printed by a government. And another word for fiat is basically a order. So when a government gives a fiat, it's saying to the central bank, go print money. This is why Bitcoin is such an interesting concept, because it is supposedly non-inflationary. Because there is a set amount of Bitcoins that can be mined. And it's close there. I think there's only 10%, maybe 5% more of Bitcoin that's left to be mined. It's going to take another few years, like 3 to 5 years or something. But then once it is, it can't get inflated because you can't mint more Bitcoin. This is why Dogecoin is constantly worth fractions of a penny, because it is constantly being mined. So Dogecoin is very similar to fiat currency, like the dollar, because the Fed can just keep printing money. Every time money is being printed to fund the Ukraine war, to reduce the price of gas, or to inject energy into the economy, guess what? The value of the dollar goes down, which means it costs more dollars to buy gold, which means the price of gold, quote unquote, is going up. If the price of gold were measured in some type of currency that were more stable, gold would not be considered outperforming of SPY. Young Jim wants me to read more comments. I'm doing as best as I can. Dave sells plasma to buy booze. You know what? Good job. If you can make money selling your blood to buy something that you enjoy, that's great. Again, guys, I don't want to criticize any of your investment decisions of your time and your money. It's your life. I just want you to make informed decisions and make sure you know what you're doing. If you're going to break the rules, at least know what the rules are to begin with. By the way, can I get one more like? I think I deserve at least one more. I want to get to 3. That's my mission for this one. This guy is so far behind in comments. You should go through them quickly. It's amazing how much you're repeating yourself. We get it. Hey, I'm brand new to YouTube Live. I appreciate your comments and your suggestions, and I appreciate that. I don't know how to do this, and there isn't even a book. I was looking online. There's no handbook on how to be a YouTube Liver. If you have some book or some website you think I should look at so I can do a better job, I always can learn. I can learn to be a better investor. I can be a better attorney. I can be a better YouTube streamer. So thank you. I don't know how to read these comments so quickly and then respond. Every single one of you is sharing something really important. And I want to give everyone who shares a comment the opportunity to be heard. So I don't want to rush over them. Mikhail, it's way more likely to die on the way to buy a lottery ticket than to win the lottery. Yeah, you're right. And you're more likely to die driving to the drop zone than actually skydiving. I've actually been more scared sometimes driving on these South Florida, Miami highways to the drop zone than I am actually skydiving, jumping out of the airplane. Dave is giving me crazy calculations, and I do not know what they mean. Young Jim, 500 a month. I'm 23. Awesome. Beans and beans, beans and gold, beans and globe. Monroe, have you seen the 109-year-old veteran who was smoking cigars and drinking whiskey? Richard Overton, they did a mini doc on him. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I never want any of you to tell somebody you're doing it wrong, you're going to fail. So many people give me advice all the time. Monroe this, Monroe, you should do this. Monroe, you'll be more successful if you do that. And like even young Jim telling me, why is he spending so much time on comments? Everybody thinks that they have the answer. By the way, Young, I'm not mad at you. Not at all. I'm grateful that you're here. And I appreciate your comments. But be very careful about giving advice to people because that one person, what they're doing might work. So this guy, this 109-year-old veteran, Richard Overton, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey all the time, and he lived to be 109. And then there are other people, personal trainers and nutritionists who are eating healthily, working out every day, running, and they die at 25, either from a heart attack or from a freak accident or they get hit by a bus. Live by your own philosophy, what is important to you, and forget what other people are saying. There's always going to be a critic. There's always going to be someone who tells you to do it wrong. One person will say, invest in SPY, that is the best. I guarantee you'll find someone else on YouTube saying SPY is the worst investment ever because the returns aren't good enough. You'll find someone else that says real estate investing is the way to do it. Someone else will say, don't you dare invest in real estate because it's a disaster and it's complicated. Find what works for you. That's the investor that you need to be. No, young Jim, you're not being mean. How much would you charge for a 20-minute consultation for financial advice? I generally charge $400 an hour. It's the same rate that I charge people for my legal services. Depending on your situation, maybe I can do differently, but generally that's what I charge, $400 an hour. Hey, Sunshine, what's up, iTroll? Back, baby, great to see you. Seriously, young Jim, go and look at my website. Invest Like an Investor. It's in the comments. If you like what you see there, I'm happy to have a free consultation with you for 10 minutes, no charge whatsoever. 10 to 15 minutes, just as a courtesy because you're my YouTube supporter. So if you do want to talk to me, I'll talk to you for 15 minutes. I'm not going to get into details, but I can explain to you what I can do for you. But literally 1 hour with me, $400 is 100% worth it. Because I've helped lots of people do great things with their investments. Sunshine, young Jim, I can help you a lot. I do advertising for my career. Could I help you brand and promote your content? Now we're talking bartering, which is a great form of negotiation. Absolutely. If you can give me $400 of value from advertising or marketing, I'm happy to give you an hour of my time in return. And that goes for any of you guys, for anything. If you can give me the exact same service valued at $400 an hour, I'll give you an hour of my time. No problem. Because I certainly want to increase this YouTube stream. And that's investment too. Young Jim just invested in negotiation. He invested in making an offer to me. And I salute you. Say, hey, fantastic, you're thinking. Very clever. But here's the thing, young Jim, you have to prove to me that you really are as good at advertising and marketing as I am at financial planning. So now it's on you to prove that you can give me $400 of value. The compound interest formula. Thank you. That's what Einstein talked about, how compound interest was the greatest invention of the human species. Do a search on Google or on YouTube for Albert Einstein compound interest, because it's very, very fascinating. So the documentary from Mike Mikhail was 109. He lived to be 112. He talks about eating pecan ice cream, drinking coffee, and his first car was the Model T Ford. Amazing. I'm trying to do SMMA. I don't know what that means. Super mixed martial arts? Sexy mixed martial arts? I don't know. Maybe that's a new thing. Smurf mixed martial arts, where the Smurfs are in the octagon. A perfect deal. Delaware. What's up, Delaware? Great to see you. I love your screen name, by the way. I think that's super clever. Thank you guys for clicking like. Why that's important, it's not just for my ego. These are all being recorded, and as soon as we're done, it gets put on my YouTube channel, the whole video, and it shows how many likes were made during the live stream. So if there are more likes, more other people are going to be more likely to watch the video. So I greatly appreciate that, and I certainly hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Young Jim, you can prove that to me on our 10-minute call. Great. Let's talk. I'm happy. Again, if you can help me with my marketing of my TEDx, I did a TED Talk recently in New York City at NYU. If you search on YouTube for Monroe, Mann, TEDx, you'll see my TED Talk talking about 8 words that will change your life forever. It's a 15-minute, well-crafted motivational speech talking about my PhD research, and it talks about this tattoo, these tattoos on my arm in Chinese. So you'll get a little lesson in Chinese as well during that. You'll reach out to me tomorrow. That sounds great. Young Jim, you can find my contact info. Just go to the websites that are in the comments, in my description of the video. And I'm happy to talk with you and find out how we can potentially help one another. Social media marketing agency. Yeah, hey, here's something else, guys. Don't be so full of yourself, cocky, and I'm so great that you're not willing to negotiate with people. I know what my worth is. I know what my value is. $400 an hour. And I'm really good at what I do. And I help people with time management. I help people with investing. I help people with legal matters. I help people with TEDx coaching, public speaking coaching. Know what you are worth. And tell people that that's what you're worth. But don't shut the door if someone comes back with a counteroffer. At least consider it. I'll talk to this guy, young Jim. I'm happy to talk with him for 15 minutes. He's a supporter of me on his YouTube channel, so it's the least I can do. But now it's on him to prove that what he can offer me is worth $400 an hour. And if so, game on. That's great. And same thing, guys, all of you watching. If you think you can offer me something that is worth $400 an hour, I'm happy to trade with you. And now this is while I can. I mean, maybe this YouTube channel takes off like a rocket. Earlier today, I had 44 people watching. I mean, maybe you've seen live streams with many more people, but for me, who started doing this 4 days ago, I went from 0 people watching for the first 10 minutes, I think, of the first one, to 44 people earlier today. Mind-blowing. I did 1 hour of streaming. I got 10 hours of watch time. Bogleheads. What do you mean by a boglehead? What is a boglehead? Are you talking about a bobblehead, like bling, 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 bling? Hey, I got to 3 likes. I appreciate that. Jack Bogle. Why do I know that name? Is he an investor? What's up, Mark M? Good evening to you too. We're talking about investing. The topic, of course, was don't waste your money on lottery tickets. I'd rather you spend your money on history books. I'd rather you spend your money traveling the world. I'd rather you spend your money on education. I'd rather you spend your money on investment books. And I'd rather you spend your money investing in actual investments that are probably going to give you a great return. iTroll says yes or no. Oh, he's saying, would you be okay with me advertising your channel on Facebook and Instagram and some social media? I don't care. I mean, like, are you offering this like just as because you want to help me out? Any of you guys can share my channel with anything. But I don't know, are you telling me that you have a social media marketing agency? Be more specific. That's, I guess, what I'm asking for. Mark M says amen. I'm not sure why he says amen. Maybe you just want to say amen because it's nice to say amen. Let's all say amen. 1, 2, 3. Amen. Woo! Feels good. Feels real good. Founder of Vanguard. Yeah. I think somebody recommended a book about Jack Bogle. I haven't read it yet. Right now I'm reading, I haven't finished it, the book called Principles by, what the heck is his name? Do you know who I'm talking about? I have the book somewhere on one of my bookshelves, but I don't have it handy here. Yes. You said yes, but yes to what? Yes, you want to just post it on there for free? Or yes, Ray Dalio. Dave, you're a good man. Everyone subscribe to Dave Hooter's channel because he clearly also knows a lot about investment. He reads a lot. He understands the markets, and I'm sure he's got some great content on there. So hope you'll subscribe to Dave's channel. By the way, any of you guys who want me to subscribe to your channel, leave a comment on this live stream or one of my videos that genuinely talks about the content a little bit. I will click on your photo and I'll subscribe to your channel. I know how hard this is. I've been YouTubing for a long time, and it's only in the last week that I think I figured out how to get watch time by doing these live streams. And I finally found a way to share my knowledge and my education and my experiences with the world. Can't tell you how grateful I am that you guys are watching and talking to me. It's wonderful. Please click like if you enjoy this. Please click subscribe if you want to be notified. Click notifications on, and when I go live, you'll get a notification. Yeah, Ray Dalio, really, really awesome. Not only Principles, but he just came out with the second version. This is part 2 of his book. By the way, I just want to share with you some books by Alex Hormozy, because we're talking about investments, and I think you should invest your time in reading. This is the second book. It's $100 Million Leads. The first one is called $100 Million Offers. And that offer book has changed my perspective about everything I do, not only about business, but about life. And the subtitle is Making Offers So Good That People Feel Stupid Saying No. And that is amazing, because if you want people to invest in you as a person, or invest in you as a company or a brand, or invest in your actual physical company, you need to make an offer so good to potential customers that they feel stupid saying no. Because, by the way, I wrote another book called Trust. I wrote a lot of books. This book is called Trust. You can read the subtitle right here. How psychology and a simple 5-letter acronym will help you raise the money you need, recruit the team you want, and I can't even read that backwards, and engender the support you crave. It's called Trust. If you write Trust Monroe Mann on Amazon, you'll find it. But let me give you a quick summary right now. It's about, if you want to raise money, this is the reverse side of investing. Everybody wants you to invest in what they are selling. Your friends want you to invest their time with you. I want you to invest your time on my live stream. So you have to think about the reverse psychology of investors. Why do people invest in something? It's because of that 5-letter acronym, trust. T, you've got a good team. R, you're offering a good rate of return. U, you're offering a unique investment opportunity. S, you've got sales and systems in place. And T, you have got a good track record. If you've got all 5 of those things, people will give you as much money as you need. I raised money using these principles for a feature film that I produced. If you have Fandango or Vudu or Tubi, you can watch it for free. It's free on Tubi right now. It's a featured film on Fandango's Vudu. It's a horror comedy called You Can't Kill Stephen King. It's because of that, how I figured out how to get money from investors, that I wrote this book. And so if any of you are trying to raise money, read that book. If any of you are trying to figure out why people invest in anything, that's the psychological background behind it. And as some of you know, I have a PhD in psychology, so this is not just mumbo jumbo. It's really scientifically based on my research. And thanks, Mark. Yeah, it's a really good book. If you look at the reviews on Amazon, they're really good. But I'm trying to give you a little summary of all that right now. And do you guys know why I was talking about that book? What were we talking about? Oh, we're talking about Alex Hormozi and making offers. You all need to learn how to make good offers to people because you want people to invest in you. I want you guys to invest in me. My YouTube channel has been online even before Google bought it for 20 years, which is crazy because it's hard to believe that I'm that old. But I couldn't figure it out. And I've had very little watch time over these last 20 years. I've got some great videos, I think, but it just hasn't caught on until 5 days ago when I made a very simple offer, which was, hey, just come and talk to me. Come and meet me on this live stream. Here's a little topic. Come and check me out. It was a very simple offer. The offer was so good, people felt stupid saying no. You saw me. Actually, can you write in the chat? What was the thing that went through your head that made you think, you know what? Out of all these videos on YouTube, I'm gonna click on this one. What was it that made you invest your time with me? And if you're still here, I mean, Mark's been here for a while, Dave's been here for a while, iTroll's been here for a while. If you're still here, why are you still here? So you think about it, for some reason, you decided to click on this live stream. It was a very low risk offer. And for some reason, this is more appealing to you guys than clicking on one of my regular videos. I don't understand the psychology beyond it, except the fact that the offer was so good that people felt stupid saying no, which is what Alex Hormozi talks about with $100 million offers. Whether you stayed here or not, that's another story. Now it's, am I actually delivering on that promise, on that offer? For some of you, I am. And you stick around, and you've given me some likes. I've got 4 likes. For others, come here for 30 seconds, they go, this sucks. This guy's an idiot. I don't like this guy's hair. I don't like this guy's yellow background. Or this is not what I expected. And they leave. So Mark is saying divine timing. Dave says, I was watching porn. I don't know how I got here. Well, I'm grateful that you went from something that was completely mindless to something that was enriching your brain and making you a smarter person. I hope. And maybe I got you some more YouTube subscribers. I am hoping so. But think about that. It's interesting. Think about why you make decisions and why you invest in somebody else, and it'll help you to encourage others to invest in you. Because it's 2 sides of the same coin. Every day, people are choosing to invest or not invest in you, and you're choosing whom to whom you want to invest in. Every day, you're choosing to invest your money at many different companies in many different places. We talked about that. Some of you are buying cigarettes, some of you are buying vodka, some of you are saving it. And at the same time, you're not spending money elsewhere. Those are investment decisions. You're investing your time with me today. You're spending time with me. That's an investment decision. Some of you decided to subscribe, some of you did not. That is a decision. Some of you said, I'm going to invest in 3 seconds to subscribe because it's going to help me to be reminded when this guy's streaming again. Some of you said, there's no way I want to hear from this guy ever again. I'm not only going to not subscribe, but I'm leaving this live stream. And that's life. Some girls think I am super hot. Some girls think I am super old and ugly. And guess what, guys? It's the exact same thing for each of you. Some people will think you are amazing. Some people will think you stink. Who do you want to focus on? You want to invest your time on the people who think you're awesome. Invest your time in investments that are giving you a positive return. Mark says, I'm investing in renewing myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes people go away on a 2-week vacation to detoxify from their job and just to get away. And that's an investment in renewing yourself. I'm hoping that I'm inspiring you all to invest in renewing yourself. And just to really think long and hard, is the $100 that I'm spending every year on this or that worth it? I know I use T-Mobile and I get a military discount because I'm an Iraq veteran, and I spend $55 a month, which is much lower than most people's pay for T-Mobile. But at the same time, I know if I use Mint Mobile, which is Ryan Reynolds' company, that it's only $10 a month. But to me, having to switch from T-Mobile to Mint so far has been too much of an investment hassle for me. Some of my friends are on Mint Mobile. They say, Monroe, I know it's a hassle, but just switch. I just haven't found saving the $30, the $35 a month, is that it, or $45 a month, is worth it yet for me. Investment decisions. We're making them all the time, every day. Mikhail says, Dav, sometimes kids watch Monroe's streams. I would refrain from comments like that. Yeah, I do appreciate that. I have an interesting user base, and some of my streamers are 10 years old or 11 years old. So thank you, Mikhail. Dave, we're not mad at you or anything, but I have a very eclectic group of people who are watching. Mint is a scam. Starts out low, but after like 3 months, the price goes up. I'm sure it is. And the one thing I like about T-Mobile is I've basically unlimited roaming international. So when I go to the Bahamas or when I go to France or even in China, I can text people back in the US, around the world, without paying anything extra. And my fear is if I go to Mint Mobile $10 a month, I know it's going to cost me a lot more if I go overseas. I'm going to have to invest even more money. I feel like it's going to end up being $55 a month overall anyway. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. Here we're talking about investing. Mint Mobile sounds really great. Now Mark is saying, no, it's not. It's only good for the first 3 months. Then it goes up. Really look into your investments very, very carefully. And number one, stop trying to become rich quick. I spent 20 years on YouTube. Somebody just took their like away because I said stop trying to become rich quick. Or because maybe Ryan Reynolds, are you on here? I think Ryan Reynolds is one of the streaming viewers, and he got upset when Mark said that Mint is a scam, and I said maybe we don't want to switch to Mint. I'm sorry, Ryan Reynolds. Now I'm distracted again. I don't remember what I was talking about before. I lost my I lost the like. I was at 6 likes, I went to 5, and all of a sudden I'm flustered. We were talking about investing your time, investing your money. Is there any question that you have right now that I haven't touched on, or talking about the lottery, about investments, SPY, gold? Mm, no, I'm trying to just think if there's anything that I missed. So, as a summary, then, what I'll say is number one, please start saving some money up. Well, number one, stop playing the lotto. It's a big waste of money. You're not likely to win. The one person who wins every year or every month that you hear about is an outlier. For those of you who don't know what an outlier is, it's a statistical term for, yeah, I have silver too. I buy gold, I buy platinum, I buy palladium, and I buy silver. So those are the four precious metals that I invest in the most. And I'll do a live stream later where I show you some of my precious metals. I don't keep them at home for obvious reasons, but I'll go grab them from where they're safe, and then I'll give you a live stream to show you the types of gold, of the types of precious metals I buy. I've got some really cool stuff that I think will open your eyes wide, and give you something very something to think about. I will tell you this: if you're an American, go to moneymetals.com. That's where I get most of my gold from, my precious metals, and they're really reputable, and they've got amazing selection of really cool stuff. So maybe that could be your initial foray into that. I also recommend this book if you want to understand gold. It's really like a history of gold, and it explains why everybody should have gold in their portfolio. I've been investing in precious metals for years, probably 10 years. I just got this book about a year ago, and it's really cool. Huge coin collector. Coin collecting is wonderful, especially if it's got actual precious metals in it. Many of the old coins are gold. You can get commemorative coins that are made from various mints that are made of 24 karat gold and are really valuable too. So yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll do a whole thing on precious metals. If you subscribe, you'll get notified about it. And if you miss it, you'll be able to see it on live stream. And I'll save this for the precious metal one. I was going to start talking about gold and silver and stuff, but I'll do that later. Number one, stop playing the lotto. Number two, start a savings account for your emergencies. That's the most important thing, because you need to have security first. And it pains me so much when I see people buying the lotto and I know that they don't have money saved, and that money that they're using to buy the lotto tickets should be going into their savings account. And another tip, don't put all your money in one bank for your savings account. I've got like 6 or 7 different savings accounts. I keep it everywhere. And it's important to, by the way, one of my friends just texted me on WhatsApp, has nothing to do with this live stream. But he said, hey, how did you recover after you went bankrupt? And that is true. I declared bankruptcy in 2004. It was right when I got my orders to go to Iraq. And it was around that same time. And I had put so much money on credit cards in my early 20s trying to get rich quick. And I just spent so much money, got into financial trouble, and I thought, if I'm going to die in Iraq, I'm at least going to die debt-free. And so I declared bankruptcy, went to Iraq without any debt, and I vowed when I got home that I was going to learn how to manage money so well that I never get into financial trouble again. And so when I came home, I enrolled at Pace University, the Lubin School of Business, to get my MBA in finance. And while I was there, a year later, I enrolled in their JD program, so I could become an attorney. And I just kept learning and reading. And I went to Boston Institute of Finance, I took 6 courses in financial planning, and just kept reading until I got to the point where I know I will never declare bankruptcy again. I talked to my friend privately going, I'm so stressed because I don't have a major income right now because I quit my main source of income, which was the job as an attorney. And I'm stressed out about that, but I'm not in financial duress. I got tons of investments. My mom and I own real estate together, and we have tenants here in South Beach. We own property in Maine. I got all this gold and silver. I've got stocks. I've got bonds. But this is why I'm able to quit my job and not be working for 4 months, and I'm not completely stressed out because I've learned how to manage my money and put savings and emergency savings as my number one priority. And I hope that what I'm doing is going to help avoid any of you ever having to declare bankruptcy, because it wasn't fun. I don't want to say I'm proud of it, but I'm glad it happened. Because while I was in Iraq, I was thinking, if I ever get out of the war, if I survive it, I am going to learn to be a money master. And I have become that. And I'm really, really proud of it. You can read I have two videos on YouTube about my investor philosophy. I think I posted them about 3 or 4 months ago. So if you just look on them, you can read them. They're a little bit more planned out than my live stream right here. Let's see. Daniel always finds me. Thank you. Josue Orantes. Oh my gosh, Josue. This guy, Josue, he used to work at Panera Bread in White Plains, New York. And I was working as a public defender there. And I would always go down to Panera Bread. And Josue was the manager of Panera Bread there. The nicest guy you could ever meet. You guys should subscribe to his channel too. I don't think he's a YouTuber, but just show him some love. Josue, I'm so happy to hear from you. I was trying to get in touch with you for a while, but I didn't hear back from you. So thank you for finding me here. And that's so wild. Josue helped me with one of my music videos on YouTube. So I'm a musician too. You can find some of my songs, my music videos on YouTube. If you have Apple Music or Spotify, search for Monroe Mann. You'll find me there. And really awesome. Josue, I hope you'll get in touch. Now, here's the thing, Daniel. I'm trying to figure out, and I don't know if any of you guys know this, but it's making me very anxious. Half of the people on the internet say that the watch time from the live streams does not count towards monetization of your YouTube channel. Half of the YouTubers online say it does. My gut feeling is it should count. Why else would they tell me at the end of a stream how many watch hours I got if it didn't count? And once you're monetized, they start showing ads during your live streams. Well, if they're going to show ads during my live streams when I'm monetized, shouldn't the watch time during these live streams count even before I'm monetized? I don't know. Hey, Josue. Hey, Nacho. Josue, how did you find this YouTube stream? Are you a part of the WhatsApp launch team for TEDx? Or I'm really curious. Literally I just searched it up. I searched it up on Google. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate it. I can't figure it out. And Josue, I'm good. I'm great. I'm so happy to hear from you too. And I thank you for being my supporter on here. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't. I hope you'll click like. I hope you come back to these things. And I think you have my cell phone number. Send me a text. Send me an email. And are you still in White Plains? Are you married now? Let me know. I'm curious. Everyone else is curious too because they know that you're my old friend. And Nacho, cool. So I appreciate you asking me that question on WhatsApp. And I used to be ashamed of telling people that I declared bankruptcy, but I started to find out over time that my financial planning clients and people who I was helping and my students when I was teaching, when they found out that I had declared bankruptcy, suddenly I was less of a Superman to them in a good way. They started to realize, oh my gosh, this guy struggled too. Like he got into financial problems. And yeah, there's no shame in that. And so I tell people now because I realize it's a valuable lesson, and it helps people to understand that why I'm giving this financial advice is because I've learned everything, because I never ever want to be in a position where I have to declare bankruptcy again. It will never happen again because I learned my lesson the hard way. And I'm hoping through my experience, you can avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. Josue said, I was showing the video we filmed at Panera Bread to one of my friends, and I found you on YouTube. Then I subscribed to your channel, and now I get all the notifications when you're live. Well, wow. Thank you to YouTube for bringing an old friend back together with another old friend. Hey, Josue. How's it going? Hope you guys liked the video that Josue and I made. I hope your friends will also subscribe and be a part of these YouTube lives. Guys, my fingers are so crossed that the watch time will count. Yesterday I did earlier today I did 1 hour of live streaming, and so many people were watching. I got 11 hours of watch time. Right now I'm going for 66 minutes, and I've got an average of about 6 or 7 people watching. That means this is at least 7 hours of watch time. If this watch time counts, I will be monetized in about 2 months because I'm doing about 40 hours of watch time per day. I mean, that is mind-blowingly awesome if this actually happens. Mark said, no shame in being human. Not only no shame in being human, but the more human I am, the more trustworthy I become. I don't like people that just come across saying that I'm awesome. I'm the best financial advisor. I'm the best acting coach. I'm the best this. It's like, I don't want to learn from somebody who was always good. I want to learn from mentors who stunk at first and then got good, because it gives me hope that I can succeed too. And that's why I'm telling you that I've been struggling as a YouTuber for 20 years to let you know that if you've been struggling for 3 years, give me a break. You have not been struggling. I've been struggling for 20 years, and only now after 20 years is it starting to actually work. 100 hours or 1,000 hours, then it counts. Mark, I'm not sure what you're saying. Could you explain that a little more clearly? Google says if the average watch time is high, it will show it to people more, but it doesn't say anything about affecting money made. It's not about the money made, because my channel is not monetized yet. In order to get to the first level of monetization, you need 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time that is eligible for earning. My question is, are the watch hours at the end of this live stream, when I click end, it's going to say how many watch hours. It's probably going to be about 8, 9, or 10. Do those watch hours count? As soon as I'm done doing the live stream, it's already being recorded. It gets posted as an actual recorded video, and it has no views. So I'm trying to figure out, and it's so creepily weird that there's nothing very clear on YouTube anywhere that explains watch time. And again, we're talking about investment. Is the time that I'm investing in these live streams worth it? I'm having a great time doing this. Don't get me wrong. This is a lot of fun. I love speaking, you can tell. And I love helping people. And I love reconnecting with old friends like Josue, and making new friends like Daniel and Mark and all these other folks. But I can't just do this as a hobby. I need to be making money from this soon, or I can maybe do 1 live stream a week. Otherwise, I gotta go back and get another lawyer job, which I do not want to do. Guys, working for other people stinks. If you have a big dream of your own. If you have no dreams, then go ahead and work at someone else's dream. But if you have a dream of your own, it becomes very difficult to work for other people unless that boss is amazing. I'm so angry at my old job, at this law firm here in Miami. This guy makes most of his marketing through social media. And his YouTube channel for the law firm has like 100,000 plus subscribers. It's really successful. And when I was applying to the job, I was talking about that, and I was saying, "Hey, I'm so excited to work for you guys because I'm a YouTuber too, and I would love to learn from you guys and how you do it." And they're like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." Once I got it in the job, they just threw me in my little office, threw me little cases, and not once did they care one iota about me as a person. Not once did they say, "Hey, I know you were interested in YouTube. I'm doing another YouTube video. Why don't you come up and help, and I'll help record it. You can help me record it." So pissed off. Some of the people on my live streams, like some of these young girls, they said they wanted to become live streamers too. And I said, "Hey, get your mom's permission and I'll be happy to do a live stream with you and we can do co-hosting." Like I'm telling you guys, if you got channels, I want you guys to subscribe to each other. I don't like people who are become successful and then hold it so close to their chest that they don't help other people. I think it's really selfish and it's not a good investment, because those people who run that law firm in Miami, this immigration law firm, they will never get my help. They have lost an ally. And if everything keeps going as it's going with these YouTube live streams, I think very clearly I'm going to become a successful YouTube live streamer. Unless I say something wrong and I get my account blocked by YouTube. I hope that stage of YouTube is over, where people are getting their accounts removed. But aside from that, I think things are moving well. Let's look. You need like 100,000 followers. But that's not true, because I know some people who have something like 5,000 followers on YouTube and they're making significant money per month because they've got so many people watching their videos and so many people watching their streams. Here's the other thing too. I hope this is interesting to you guys, because maybe you want to invest some of your time into becoming a YouTuber. Once I get 3,000 hours of watch time, no ads are going to get shown, but now I have the ability to do super chat, which means you guys could give me $2, let's say, for your comment to jump out so that I'm more likely to see it. Because imagine if there are 150 people on this live stream, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all these comments like I am right now. So I guess that's the incentive. Hey, if you want me to see your comment once I've got 100 streamers, give me $2. And then I'm starting to make money from this, which makes it easier for me to continue to do the live streams. The other thing that you can do once you have 3,000 hours of watch time and 500 subscribers is you can connect like a Shopify store to your channel. So then I could sell my books. I could sell coaching. I could sell private, financial planning sessions. I could whatever. And then I could start making money through YouTube, not directly from YouTube, but they're giving me a platform through which I can get clients. When I get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, of course I've got 2,250 subscribers or so now. Once I get those 4,000 watch hours, now they're going to start to show ads during my live streams and during my videos. And that's at the point where I'm actually going to start making ad revenue as well. Arc Unknown is back. Oh man, I hope you're doing well. I got the stream up while doing some design work. Arc, tell us what design work you are doing. I know some of the people here might recognize you. What kind of designer are you? And is that your job or are you doing it for school? Mark, if you have generous regulars, then yes, you can get by. Not just generous regulars, because I'm not looking for people's generosity. I want people, if they want to give me money, I want it because they think what I'm doing is truly valuable. Right now, how am I getting paid? By likes, by your subscriptions, by your amazing, awesome comments, and by your watch time. And right now, I'm completely happy with that's how I'm getting the money. That's how the payment is. I'm willing to invest my time doing this because I feel like what I'm getting back so far is worth it. Because if I can monetize this, oh my gosh, this could be the best lead generator for all of my businesses. And it could potentially make me ad revenue, and maybe some people will give me some tip money. I don't know how Super Chat works yet. Maybe I'll come out a way saying, hey, to somebody who gives me a $10 Super Chat, I will give you a 1 hour free consultation. And I do that maybe once a month as I don't know, trying to thinking ideas. I'm designing, okay, wait. Josue wrote, you'll accomplish anything you want. You always do because you always put your mind to it. Yes and no. I mean, Josue, you know it's been a real struggle for me. I mean, I thought You Can't Kill Stephen King, that movie was going to make me a movie star. I think all those music videos that I made with my band, I thought they were going to make me a rock star. I thought all these books, I thought this book that I wrote, which is amazing. You can find it on Amazon, type Trust Monroe Mann. I thought that was going to make me a best-selling author. I thought my YouTube channel was going to make me a star back when I was 24, when I started it. I'm 46 now. So I have determination and I've got patience. I am a true brake diver. If you don't know what brake diving is, search on Google for brake diving. But it's been a long 20 years, my friend. And I'm really hoping that this year is the year that things finally take off for me because it's been exhausting. I mean, Josue remembers me back in 2011. That's when we met and we shot that music video. And none of you even knew that I had music videos until Josue came on here and reminded me. Heck, I forgot about the music videos until Josue came on here and reminded me. But hey, patience and determination and resilience and ambition, if you keep them all together and you keep pushing yourself forward, maybe 2024 is the year that everything takes off for me. I just did that TEDx talk in New York. I have another TEDx talk in Philadelphia this summer. I finally may have figured out some way to monetize my YouTube channel by talking to you guys directly rather than making videos. I hope you're right, Josue. My fingers are crossed. Arc Unknown. I'm designing graphics for my business. I'm not a pro at it as I'm hiring a friend to team up with me. I'm basically just an entrepreneur. I totally get not being able to work for other people. Well, hey, Arc Unknown, do you have a website yet? Maybe you can share that in the chat so we can all go visit it. If you haven't got it yet, when you do create your website, please, you have my permission to post it in my chat because I want to help people promote their businesses because it is really difficult to be an entrepreneur. It is horrible. It is hard to work for somebody else at a job you hate. It is just as hard to start and run a successful business. But at least when you start and run a business, when you're struggling, at least you're still doing something that you love. When you're at a job that you hate, it crushes your soul. And when your boss doesn't appreciate you, it makes you feel like you're not important. And all you guys are super important. And I think it's great that you are creating graphics, great that you have the confidence to create a design even though you are not a pro. That's how we entrepreneurs do it. This YouTube streaming, it's me being an entrepreneur. I'm taking a chance on this and trying to develop this audience and hoping that this is going to work out. And then I'm hoping that in a few days, I'm going to start to see the watch time in my earn tab on YouTube Studio start to go up. If not, we're going to have to figure something out. By the way, if you guys really want to help me get monetized, go to my videos and just watch them. Put them on in the background like Arc is while you're designing. Listen to some of my music videos. These live streams are getting recorded, so just watch them again. Put them on in the background while you're taking a shower or while you're taking a nap. Maybe it'll subliminally be a part of you. But I really feel this is a team effort. And some way, somehow, I'm going to show my appreciation to all you guys for helping me and supporting me. And double bonus points for any of you who come to breakdiving.io. BREAKDIVINGO. .io. And come to it's a not-for-profit. It's free to join. It's a global personal growth community of winners who are trying to achieve impossible goals. It is such a motivational place. If you want to be around awesome people like me and like the people who are on this chat, but get to know them more personally, please come to Break Diving. I hope to see your application there. Mark says, you have the right attitude. This is the year of karma, the year of the dragon. Yes. Oh, I'm going to teach you some more Chinese because I like languages. So why do I do this now? I never used to do this until I lived in China. And in Shanghai, in China, there's an expression. Translated to English, it makes no sense. The expression is add oil. Add oil. Yeah, like add gasoline to your car. And the expression in Chinese is 加油. So go ahead and repeat it so you know how to say it. 加油. As soon as I started speaking Chinese, I lost 2 live streamers. But I don't care. 加油, it means add oil. How is it translated? It means so many different things. 加油 means go for it. 加油 means you are awesome. 加油 means you are going to succeed. 加油 means I believe in you. So it's got all of these amazing translations. And when they say it, when Chinese people say 加油, they go like this, 加油. And I think it's because they are in the truck, you know, the big 18-wheeler, and they're pulling the beep, beep, or they're on a train, pulling the train whistle. Woo, woo. So anyway, I do this all the time now, and I don't think people know what I'm doing because it's not a really common expression outside of China, emotion. But when I'm doing that, I'm going, 加油, you're awesome. And so those that deserve good will receive good. Those that deserve bad will get that. Well, if that's the case, I'm hoping, you know what? I'm such a nice person. I don't want that law firm where I work to go out of business. But if it's about karma, they're going to get some bad karma. And I'm going to get some good karma. Arc Unknown. Again, when you got your business going, you know where you can promote it. I would love to share that with all of the people who are watching in the live stream. And Mark M says, I knew exactly what you were doing. Wait, so you knew that this meant like, you're awesome, go get it? Naturally, even though you didn't know, 加油. 加油. Is there anyone new here who hasn't given a like or hasn't subscribed? If not, for a limited time, for one low price of free, you too can click like and click subscribe. And guys, remember to put notifications on because that's the only way you'll actually get a notification that, hey, Monroe Mann is streaming live. All right, you knew exactly what I was doing. I can't believe it's, my gosh, 82 minutes. This is crazy. I think I'm going to end this one at 90 minutes, so we'll go for another 7 minutes. I'm amazed that you guys are listening this long. I'm amazed that I am talking this long. We are a good team. Yeah, 加油. My dad was a truck driver. He did that all the time. Oh, that's why you knew. Because you knew there's like honk, honk, bum, bum. Whenever I'm on the highway and I'm not driving and we pass a big rig on the left, I'll always go boop, boop, and they will honk their horn. And they love it too because it makes them feel like their job is important, which it is. That's the other thing that it's important for everyone to recognize. Every job is important. Sometimes I'm in the supermarket and the people are stocking the shelves. I'll just go up to them and say, thank you for all you do here to keep these stocks shelved. And thank you for everything you do for us. And sometimes they're really touched by it. And I'm really sincere. Think about it. If all of the people who stocked the shelves at the supermarket decided to just quit, it would be chaos at those stores. Think if all the cashiers at McDonald's all just quit. These are important positions. Think if our garbage men just quit and trash is piling up. Every job is important, but it doesn't mean every job is right for you. I worked as a stock boy at a supermarket, at a Chinese supermarket, and I was putting food on the shelves. For me, it didn't make me feel great. But maybe that's just me because I'm a lawyer, and I did it because I wanted to be in a Chinese immersion environment so I could practice Chinese, and it worked. I learned so much Chinese by being there, but I felt I had much greater potential than stocking shelves. So after about 3 months, I quit that part-time job. But some people may love stocking the shelves. There's a certain symmetry and love of order when you're stocking the shelves and you make sure every single can is facing front and you make sure every pack of spaghetti is right. I enjoyed that part of it, so I get how some people can like it. And if they're not really ambitious people and they don't want to change the world like I do, then maybe that's a perfect job for them, and that's great. So again, there's no unimportant job. I'll see in the media a lot of times where people will make fun of someone who was a movie star before, and then they see them 6 or 7 years later working at a supermarket. And they'll say look at the fall that this actor had, and I'm thinking, who cares? Why is being a actor, movie star, so much greater than being somebody who is in a supermarket? Both of those jobs are super important. And if he's earning his living now in a supermarket and he's happy to do it, good for him, good for her. We all need to make money. I'll take jobs that I don't like to do sometimes if I absolutely have to. One of my friends, who's a really incredible web developer, lost his job for a while. He drove Uber for 3 months. And I think that's so amazing because he's such a smart guy, so talented. But he couldn't find a job. So what did he do? He needed money, and he didn't let his ego get in the way, and he got a job doing Uber. And if ever I get into a situation where I'm absolutely desperate, guess what I'm doing? I'm getting in an Uber, and I'm driving that car. Who cares? Take pride in your work no matter what you're doing. People feel appreciated. So I'm going to give you some English lessons, guys. I just want to make sure. People feel appreciated, Josue, because people is singular. So people feels, okay? People feel appreciated. Excuse me, people is plural. People is plural, so it's feel. People feel appreciated, no S. Mark, take pride in your work no matter what you're doing. Maybe that's just a typo, but remember your is Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. And I'm not being annoying, guys. It's just I'm an English teacher, and I always want, maybe there's somebody else who's on this chat. I don't want them to think that that's the correct grammar. Nacho, another side of MM that we had not heard about. Nacho, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the fact that I worked at the Chinese supermarket, or I'm not sure. I got to do better about these comments because I can't keep up. And then I look down at them. Or maybe you guys need to do a better job with your comments to make it clear what exactly that it is referencing. Oh my gosh, I just noticed we got 9 likes. We're going to get to 10 before the end of this live stream. I am feeling it. I'm feeling it. I think I got up to 12 likes on a prior live stream, which was amazing. Stocking. Yeah. So I stocked shelves at a Chinese supermarket. Would you ever do a video on relationships or dating? 100%. So I actually wrote a book. It's another book. I don't have a copy of it here. But it's called Romantic Suicide. And I wrote this book. It has every single story of me messing up with a girl. And I think I'm going to come up with romantic suicide too, because I've got a whole bunch of more lessons that I've learned since then. But this first one, romantic suicide, it covers pretty much every single thing you could do that would chase a girl away. And it applies to guys as well. So if you're a girl, you could read it as well and get tips. But yeah, I will do another live stream about relationships or dating. Maybe I'll do that one as my live stream for tomorrow morning. I usually, when I get up, I'll do a live stream. I try to do one in the afternoon, and I try to do one at night. Once I get monetized, I don't know if I will do as many because it really hurts my throat. but I really want to try to get to the 3,000 and 4,000 hours of watch time as soon as I possibly can. So, George, can you be more specific in terms of what you need? Josue, I knew that girl from the book. Yeah, Josue, did you read my book, Romantic Suicide, as well? Is it in the bending and back format or very different? No, it's completely different. It's more of a nonfiction book where it has normal chapters. It's not a journal, but it is very personal because every mistake where you're committing romantic suicide is me. It's a story about me messing up with some girl. Arc Unknown, I like that job positivity. We don't get that enough these days. I remember as a kid, a lot of normal jobs, we looked up to them like heroes, but now only certain jobs are glorified. Yeah, it's really annoying. And every job is important. All that matters is if you like the job. If you love the job, then that is the dream job for you. If you don't like the job, you need to do something different. There could be somebody who loves being a janitor. If that person loves doing that, it's a dream job. And there could be somebody who's a rock star, making millions and millions of dollars a year and absolutely hates it and feels stress and anxiety, and well, then that's not the right job for that person. That person should quit. So there's a dream job for everybody. It doesn't mean it's a dream job for everybody. And that's an important lesson. How to get a girl, how to keep a girl, whichever. The girl from France. Boy, I don't even remember. There were so many girls that broke my heart, so I can't even remember. There was a girl from Germany. There was some girl from France. There was another girl from France a month and a half ago who broke my heart here in Miami Beach. She's back in Paris. Completely forgot about me. I can tell you how to get a girl, George. I cannot tell you how to keep a girl necessarily because I've never really had a girlfriend. And I can tell you how to keep a girl. Do the opposite of what I do. Let me cover what George is saying first. I'm going to cover Mark's book, and then we'll talk about Mikhail. How to get a girl. I was talking to Nacho. He was on this as well, just about relationships and this and that. And I was talking to someone else on another live stream earlier. How to get a girl. You have to have the confidence to go up and talk to people. Number one, I say stay away from the dating apps. They are horrible. 9 out of 10 of the girls on there are bots, scammers, or gold diggers. Those are the 3 types of girls that are primarily on dating apps. Scammers, bots, or gold diggers. A gold digger is a girl who doesn't care about what you look like, doesn't care about your personality, doesn't care about your job. All they care about is, do you have money and are you going to spend it on me? Which is disgusting. And literally, I will never date a gold digger. I don't even want to pay for a girl on the first date because I think it's disgusting. Like, who the heck are you? I don't even know who you are, and you want me to spend money on you? And then if I try to kiss you, you go, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What do you think, just because you bought me dinner that you get to kiss me? No. It's like, I don't even want to be in that position. I want to just go out kind of as friends and equals. And if we like each other, maybe we'll go out again. And if I like you enough, maybe I will buy you dinner the next time. And frankly, most of the girls that I go out with, maybe they make more money than me. It's a brave new world. Why do I have to pay for the girl when she makes more money than me? Because it's the chivalrous thing to do. I don't get it. I mean, girls just take advantage of guys, I think. So that's my number one tip. I know I wasn't going to talk about this later, but I'll talk about it now for a moment. Do not waste all your money on women. The women who enjoy taking your money are women who care nothing about you, and as soon as your money is gone and you are bankrupt, they will leave you. You want to find out if the girl is somebody who cares about you, whether you're rich or you're poor. I want a girl who says, Monroe, I love the fact that you got money, Or Monroe, I don't care if you don't have money. Because I am not money. I am not my job. I am who I am. So that's the first thing. Don't spend a lot of money on girls. Then the two is I would just get in the habit of forget the dating apps. I want you to invest your time just going up to girls, random girls, and just saying hi. It's the hardest thing. But literally just go up and say hi. I'm trying to overcome my shyness, and so I'm forcing myself to go up to random people and say hello. I know that sounds absolutely bonkers, but literally you will probably get dates from that. If you do that to 10 girls, one of them will think that's charming. If you do it to 20 girls, one of them will think you are charming and cute. It's so weird. Literally, no matter who you are and what you look like, there is someone out there who you think is attractive, who thinks you are attractive too. It might be really hard to find that person. But literally, like sometimes I'll go up to a girl who is a 9 out of 10, and she just treats me horribly. But don't get discouraged. I'll go up to another one who's a 9 out of 10, and for some reason, they find me quirky. They find me funny. These girls find me attractive. Do not, trust me, ask enough girls out, they are going to eventually say yes. And I'm talking about someone who you think is attractive. Please don't give up. So this is your mission, George. For this week, once a day, you need to go up to a random girl and just say, hi, my name is George, and I just wanted to say hi because I'm trying to overcome my shyness, and my assignment is to go talk to people. Some of them will just give you an easy conversation. Here's another suggestion. Get a small, cute little dog. When I go out with my mom's dog, we share Dancer here in Miami Beach. The dog attracts every girl. And the dog is so cute that every girl wants to pet her. And what do I do is I just go, oh, yeah, she's so cute. And I go, oh, hey, what's your name? Oh, Mary. Hey, Mary, my name is Monroe. This is my dog Dancer. And that's it. There's a conversation going. So for right now, George, don't worry about how to get a girl. You just need to be comfortable having the guts to go up and talk to perfect strangers. That's your mission for this week. Even if you have the guts to talk to one strange girl, you will have succeeded and become more confident. Mark, you're inspiring me to want to write a book. I've always told people someday I would. Yep, get off your ass and start writing your book, Mark. I've written 11 books. I'm writing more books. It's not that hard. You can do it. One of my books was a Barnes & Noble #1 bestseller. If this live stream continues to work, maybe all my books will become bestsellers. Everybody has a book in them. Just like George has the confidence to go up to a girl if he finds the guts to do it. And if you just find the guts to write a book, Mark, guess what? People will buy it. It may not make you rich. Maybe you'll only sell one copy of the book every month. But guess what? 99 out of 100 people, probably 999 out of 1,000 people have not written a book. I am super unique because I've written 11 books. I've done a TEDx talk. Most people have never done a TEDx. Soon I will have 2 TEDx's. Most people don't have a PhD. I got a PhD. Most people aren't a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. Just do stuff, guys. Have some confidence. You are far more intelligent. You're far more good looking. You're far more capable than you ever could imagine. So going back to investing, invest in your dreams. Invest in yourself. Invest in your creativity. You guys all have wanted to do something that you just have not done because you feel like I'm not ready or I don't have the right skills. Just do it. I just randomly started live streaming 4 days ago and I'm like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like there's somebody watching me. And I said, hello. I don't know if there's anybody there, but thank you. And look at this. It's 99 minutes, 5 people, maybe more people watching, 9 likes. I'm blown away. How do you learn how to do something? By just doing it. I don't know if Ark is still here, who was starting a company. I applaud him saying, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's what you do it. That's how you become an entrepreneur, by trying. How do you get a girl? By just randomly starting to ask girls out until eventually somebody says yes. It is so weird. It is so weird. It's the same thing with me doing this live stream. Not everyone's going to click like. Not everyone is going to subscribe, but I just keep asking. Hey, if you're watching this and you like this and you want me to succeed, I hope you'll click like because it'll help with the algorithm. If you like watching my live streams, please click subscribe. It's the same thing here. Earlier today, look, right now, there's somebody just joined this live stream, 7 people. That person might stay here. That person might leave. It's a numbers game. I am not going to make everybody happy. Abraham Lincoln said, you can please some of the people all the time, and you can please all of the people some of the time. You will never please all of the people all of the time. With this live stream, as in anything in life, I'm never going to please everybody. So who am I trying to please? The people who are in this chat, who are engaging with me, and people who are staying on topic. Today's topic is about investing, and people who are trying to help kind of stay on that. We are talking about that because we're investing in improving yourselves, investing in money, investing in trying to find a girlfriend. Josue wrote, haha. Mikhail wrote, speaking of dream jobs, what did you think of the idea about a video on ambition and motivation? Yeah, Mikhail, I'm going to do it. I know simply because you told me you wanted me to do it as a normal video, as a normal get off your ass video. I will make a new Goryo video sometime this week about the difference between ambition and how to improve ambition and motivation. Let me write it down so I remember. Getting a piece of paper here, right here, my to-do list, and video, ambition, and motivation. How to increase it. So I'll do a regular Goya video for Mark because he keeps asking me about that. Keep the girl, it's up to you. Yeah, so again, how do you keep the girl? You have to put up with all of her crap. If you decide to stick up for your rights, she's gone. No, in all seriousness, you have to find a girl who you can put up with her imperfections. Everyone has imperfections. Girls will stay with me if they can put up with my imperfections. Most of the time, of the girls who I've dated, I am the reason that I lost them because I neglected them, or I didn't give them enough time, or I didn't treat them the way they wanted to be treated. But it's who I am. I remember I dated this girl back when I was in law school, 2007. And she was a 9 out of 9, a 9 out of 10, just gorgeous, very smart. She went to Columbia University. She was a social worker, but she couldn't stand my personality. I would walk down the streets in New York with her, and I'd be singing Broadway show tunes. I'd be dancing. I'd be talking to other people, just being Monroe, and she would get embarrassed by me. And she'd go, Monroe, stop it. I said, what? She goes, Monroe, stop it. You're being a child. You're acting like a 12-year-old adolescent. And she was giving me this social worker crap. This was before I had my PhD in psychology, so she was psychoanalyzing me and doing all that. And it just pissed me off so much, and that just fell apart. Because I said, look, this is not going to work. I'm not going to change who I am for you. And I'm not going to change who I am for anybody. I am who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. Arc Unknown, it's so true. It was the first half of my life. I had a good gig on a popular band in Hawaii, but I didn't like it. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, if Arc Unknown had stayed with this band in Hawaii, maybe he'd be a rock star today. But he didn't love it. And I read a lot of stories about YouTubers getting burned out. And that's what I keep talking about. Like, you guys are getting used to me doing 3 streams per day. But maybe eventually I can't do it. but the users are expecting it, and they get YouTube burnout. And sometimes people quit YouTubing because they just can't keep up with the stress. So if ever you guys see me getting stressed out over doing this, please tell me, Monroe, take a break. Because I also think because of this, it's so easy to do a live stream. Let's say I got a plane and went to Paris, France tomorrow. You guys would expect me to do a live stream from Paris, France, but I'd be on vacation. But am I on vacation if I'm doing a live stream? I don't know. This is fun for me. I mean, this is like a hobby. This is just great fun. I'm talking and I get to share my knowledge that I've amassed over the last 25 years. Awesome. And I'd love to show you Paris. Wouldn't that be cool if I could go to Paris and I could do a live stream and show you the Eiffel Tower and me walking around? And actually, but for me to do a live stream from the Eiffel Tower, that means I'd have to have like a super expensive international Wi-Fi streaming plan or a cellular data plan, which I don't know, that might be really expensive. So maybe I'll do my live stream from the hotel. Mark says, I'm a gold digger because it's a hobby of mine. Yeah, that's fine if you're a gold digger, if you're actually digging for real gold and you're making the effort to do it. But please don't take advantage of everybody else's success. It's just horrible. Arc Unknown. Yeah, it's tough with online dating. I met a lot like that. I got super lucky when I met my fiance online 5 years ago. Congratulations. I'm so happy that you found somebody online. Some people have success with it. I don't know what it is. I know some guys are much better looking than me. I think the more with online dating, the more good looking you are, the easier it is. For me, I become more and more good looking to women the more they find out about me. What's attractive about me is my soul, my heart. And when you see in my eyes the love I have for people and trying to help people succeed, and they find out that I'm an Iraq veteran, you have a PhD and you're a lawyer, wow, and you're a live streamer on YouTube, and they find out who I am, and that's what makes me attractive. So, maybe Arc Unknown, you must be a really good-looking guy, my friend. Good for you. But also, I think, even in the last 5 years, I think online dating has gotten worse. There are a lot more bots in the last 5 years. There are so many more dating sites in the last 5 years. Dating sites have become swipe dominant. I don't like investing my time on these dating sites anymore because I just swipe, and I get no return on investment. All I get are bots, gold diggers, and scammers. And there was this one girl I was talking to on a dating site last week. She lives in West Palm Beach. And then we were talking this and that, and it was going well, this or that. And then she said, oh, you're really interesting, and I'd really like to meet you. But you're in Miami Beach, and I'm in West Palm Beach, and I really hate driving long distances. And so I wrote back to her, that's funny. I feel the same way. I hate driving long distances, so I guess we have a little problem. And then I followed it up with, but I maybe I can be convinced to take the train up to the West Palm Beach station and you can pick me up. I went and checked the next morning, I was blocked. She unmatched with me. And I'm thinking, what the heck? What did I possibly say that could have unmatched her? And all I could think of is, A, she was a gold digger, and she thought, oh, he's taking the train. I guess that means he doesn't have a car, and he wants me to, or it was, he wants me to come pick him up at the train station? I don't think so. He's got to pick me up and take me to dinner, which I wasn't going to do. I don't know. I mean, it's like, I don't like these online dating thing because I don't get to be who I am. And I think maybe this is why YouTube Live is going to maybe make me the success that I always wanted in terms of being a motivational speaker and helping people and teaching people on a large scale, because you guys get to see exactly who I am. Watching my YouTube videos, it's not really me. This is the real me. Like, you know that I'm not rehearsed. You know that it's just improv. So, again, let's give a kudos to Arc Unknown for finding his fiance 5 years ago on a dating app. I will say this too, if you're not having success on the dating app, don't worry about it. I stink on dating apps. Honestly, I never want to meet a girl on a dating app because I hate people on dating apps. Why are you on a dating app? And I always ask myself, why am I on a dating app? And I'm thinking, if I'm saying that, like, why do I want to date someone else who's on a dating app? I'm not criticizing you, Arc Unknown, and I'm not criticizing your fiance. For some people, it works. For the vast majority of people, I don't think it works to be on a dating app, especially if your attractiveness comes from your personality and from your eyes and your heart. If you don't have an amazing photo, you're not going to get anywhere on. Oh, by the way, if any of you do a dating app and you put yourself as your main photo, a picture of you with some better looking friend, shame on you. I hate women who do that. Any woman who has two people, any woman who has two people in the first photo of the dating app, I automatically I swipe left on them because I know you're trying to trick me. I don't know how I ended up talking about dating tonight, but we're still talking about investments. And where do you invest your time if you want to make money? If you want to find a wife or a husband or a girlfriend, boyfriend, if you want to make more friends, it's all the same investment philosophy. For sure, dogs, a chick, magnet. Wow, I'm really behind on these comments. Yeah, a dog is a chick magnet, especially a super cute dog that jumps up on other people. Dancer, women are a chick magnet for Dancer. Dancer goes out, she sees a guy or a girl, she just runs and she's like pulling on the leash and her tail is wagging because she wants me to take her. So she like directs me to people. It's amazing. It's like I trained her. 11 books. Wow. Yeah. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. I can't believe that either. Which one is the best seller? I think Guerrilla Networking is probably the best seller. It's the one I wrote with J. Conrad Levinson. The concept behind that is don't wait for don't try to meet people. You need to become the type of person who other people want to meet. And so that's basically what I'm doing in this live stream is two ways. Why are you still here? In some way, I have become the type of person you want to listen to. But I'm trying to encourage you guys to become the type of person who other people want to listen to and who other people want to meet and spend time with. My accomplishments are not a chick magnet, I'll tell you that. But the more things that I do, it is helping. I mean, like, look at Josue. I mean, he's a guy. But like the things I'm doing are a people magnet. I think that's more to think about. Don't try to become a chick magnet. Try to become a people magnet. You want to attract people. Mark, if you write your book and get it published and it's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, guess what? It's going to attract people. Sometime, like one guy was writing that Mikhail read my book to Benning and back. It's about my experiences in Army basic training and officer candidate school. Maybe once every 2 or 3 months, I'll get an email from somebody who's read that book. And it brightens my day so much because I know that I influenced somebody. I made somebody feel better. I helped somebody with their direction in life. And it makes me so happy. And I'm so proud of Mikhail. He's on this chat, Mikhail Lacasse. Because my book helped him. Maybe he joined the military already beforehand, but my book helped bring back positive memories and when he was in basic training. I'm thinking, wow, something I did was helpful. Every single comment that you guys write, boy, it makes me feel like, wow, maybe doing these YouTube live streams is worth it because I'm helping you guys in some way. Josue wrote, my girlfriend of 8 years now. She found me at one of my management training classes. It works both ways. It's amazing. Can't believe you're still with the same girl, Josue. I'm really proud of you. So I guess she remembers me because I remember I kind of talked to her. Didn't she come mini golfing with us once or was that with Adam? I don't remember. Mikhail, I know those are harder than the streams, so I really appreciate that you like it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing that for you, my friend. You in particular. And same story with me and my wife. So you met her online. I don't want to discourage any of you from doing online dating. But I am telling you, if you are not having success with it, forget about it. It's not you. It's those dating sites. You guys look, I'm a great guy. And I think I'm pretty good looking. And I think I have a nice personality. I know I'd be a great guy for somebody. But I can't share who I really am on a dating site. When I meet somebody in person, it's when I'm really more charming. So I have to do it more in person. Maybe this YouTube Live is going to attract the girl of my dreams. Who knows? There was a message held for review. Let me click view message and see what it says. Mark says, oh, I'm going to show that. Mark says, I think men are more judgmental than women, especially with looks. Yeah, I think men are more interested in beauty and women are more interested in personality. Not in Miami Beach. Women in Miami Beach, they only are interested in one thing, and that is money. Money, 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 which is horrible. I hate the money culture, and that's the one thing I hate most about Miami Beach after the heat, is the fact that the women here care about money. And all of them have got fake boobs. All of them have fake butts. They are completely fake in how they look, and they're completely fake in who they are, and they're completely fake in their intentions to other people, and it's kind of revolting. And I don't know what it is about Miami Beach that attracts them. I think it's because money is, it's really sad that Miami and Miami Beach is, their claim to fame is the playground of the rich and famous. That's disgusting. New York City is the place where people want to go to build businesses and build financial fortunes. People go to Hollywood when they want to become movie stars and producers. People go to Paris when they want to live in the city of love and do something romantic. People come to Miami to show off how much money they have or to find somebody who has money. It is disgusting. I'm hoping with more of the people from the Northeast moving out of New York and Jersey and Connecticut, and like people like me coming down here to South Florida, I hope we can change the culture here, because I find it revolting and it's not cool. Nacho, she got embarrassed when I talked to random people on the street. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Well, I'm glad your wife got over that. And I hope you still talk to random people on the street, Nacho. Don't ever change, even for anybody. You should be proud of who you are, and who you are with should be proud of who you are. Cash in the gold. Hey, the gold is always there if I need it. Off to Paris. I cannot wait to fly to Paris. I miss it so much. I watched that Netflix show. It's super stupid, but it reminds me of my lovely time in Paris. I've lived in Paris a number of times. And Emily in Paris on Netflix. It's a great TV show. At least it's about business and advertising. And it's also about the charm of living in France. And now I'm excited because in every episode, she's doing these live streams on her Instagram or whatever. And it always pissed me off because I was like, how is she getting these live streams? How does she get all these followers? And I was envious in a way of her, because I'm thinking so many of these influencers are complete idiots. They have no degrees. They have no life experiences, and they're just blabbing about stupid stuff. Somebody before told me in the comments, dude, I'm so happy to find you. Every other live stream I find on here is some idiot doing tarot readings. And I laughed at that, and I said, oh, what a nice compliment, because she's actually, I'm doing something different by doing a real intelligent live stream. Where I'm trying to educate and inspire people. So yeah, off to Paris. Guys, if in a couple of days, my earning tab on YouTube Studio shows some of these watch hours from the live streams, I promise you this, as soon as I'm monetized, or sometime before then in monetization, or shortly after, I'm gonna fly to Paris, and I'm gonna do a live stream from Paris for you guys, because that would be awesome to say that I flew to Paris to do a live stream for my awesome YouTube fans. Thank you for your service in Iraq. You're worth it. I'm happy for that. I'm hoping it inspires some other people to join the military later. Arc unknown. It's gotten a lot worse in the past 5 years. No, I don't think you can meet a good person online anymore. It's really bad. And he says, I'm average looking guy. I got lucky. I found someone who values substance over superficial things as much as me. I think you're far better looking than you think you are, my friend. And for sure, it wasn't a dating app. It was more like random chats. We were friends first for a couple of weeks. That's the key too. I would like to just become friends with somebody on one of these dating apps. They don't want friends. They want, I just got a reminder. It says, your bedtime is set for 11:45 p.m. And it's 11:45. And I'm still talking to you guys. Oh my gosh, it's been 2 hours. This is a really crazy this is the longest live stream ever. 2 days ago, I did one for 2 hours. Now it's beyond 2 hours. And I still got a bunch of comments here. Crazy. Nacho says, keep reading. I did not meet her online. I met my wife in college. Okay. Arc unknown. All right, we're going back to an investment question. What are your top 3 investments for people with, say, 5 to 10,000 of expendable income? First of all, if you can invest in real estate, in a long-term investment, meaning a long-term tenant, not Airbnb, that is a business all its own, and you need to put a lot of effort into it. We have an Airbnb up in Maine, and it's exhausting me. And I'm talking to a realtor now about selling the property because I do not want to put up with that. If you have a steady job and your life is completely boring otherwise, start an Airbnb. If you have lots of other things going on in your life and you're already stressful, do not start an Airbnb, especially one that's in a different state, 1,500 miles away up in Maine. So I would say the number one thing is if you can find a property that you can buy a down payment for $10,000, or you go into business with 2 of your friends and you each put in $10,000 so you can put a $30,000 down payment and you're each 1/3 owners, I would get a rental property. That's a really good investment. The hardest part is vetting the tenants and finding a really good tenant. When I got involved with real estate investing here in Miami Beach, it was a horror show when I was trying to find the tenants, and I was thinking about selling the properties. But eventually I found 2 great tenants, and they've both renewed their leases again this year, and they both said they're going to renew their leases next year. They pay the rent via Zelle every single month on the 1st. They've both become my friends, and it's easy money for my mom. She gets, the relationship we have, she gets 80% of the income, net income. I get 20% for doing the management. And once you get it set up, it is a really good return on investment. The properties have all gone up in value, like $40,000, $50,000 in the last 2 years, and the rents have gone up. So it's a great, and it is pretty passive. Once everything gets going, the only problems I have is when the air conditioner breaks and I have to call an air conditioner repair guy. But now I've got all these technicians. It was a long learning curve, but now it runs on autopilot. If you don't want to do that immediately and you want to do something that's a little bit more simple, you're welcome, Mark Unknown. Mark M, have a great night. I'll see you next time. If Mark's going to bed, that means I probably got to go to bed soon. But the other one, if 5 to 10,000, if you don't want to do real estate, I really think you should put, $3,000 in the S&P 500 and look at that. Maybe put $500 in Bitcoin, and maybe put. I would go to treasurydirect.gov and buy maybe $1,000 or $2,000 of treasury bonds, or probably better just to do EE savings bonds. Actually, better than that, I would do the Series I, the inflation protected tips, Treasury inflation protected securities. Maybe put $1,000 there. Buy some gold, like I said, and I'd certainly put $2,000 in your savings account. Again, if you don't have an emergency savings account, that is where most of that money should go. You said expendable income. I'm assuming that you've got a savings account of 6 months saved up, 6 months of expenses. And remember, I'm not giving you any individual investment advice. Mark my words, legal disclaimer. I cannot help people unless I know everything about their finances. I'm just giving you general suggestions. If you actually hired me to be your financial planner, I would look at every single decision and more, everything, not just your financials. I would look at your family life, your dreams, what debts you have, whether you have student loans, whether you want to get more education. I mean, I can't tell you where to invest your money on a specific basis unless I know specifically who the heck you are and everything about you. But I'm just saying in general, those are some places where you can investigate. Don't buy $500 of cryptocurrency unless you understand Bitcoin. Don't invest in the S&P 500 unless you understand what that thing is. So please, my mission is to help encourage you to invest in your education. That's the number one thing that you can do. And what's up, Don Johnson? I am Monroe Mann in Miami Beach, and welcome to Miami Vice, Midnight Edition. Yeah, it's general knowledge. I'm glad you're writing it down, but do some research on all those things. I mean, honestly though, real estate, long-term rentals, beautiful investment. If we sell the house in Maine, we're either going to probably buy a condo for my mom here in Florida so that so she's not living in an apartment anymore, or we'll buy another rental property and find a third long-term tenant so that she can pay the rent even more easily on her apartment here. You might be wondering why would she want to stay in an apartment? Because she and I live in the same apartment complex, and we're right next to each other. And she's elderly. I help her with a lot of things. I take out the dog and this and that. If I get her a condo and it's cross town, I can't take the dog out. I can't take out the garbage for her. I can't help her fix her phone when it's broken and stuff. So I've thought about buying a condo myself using a veteran's loan, which is no money down. And it's, for one reason, my income is so fluctuating all the time that I don't know if I would get approved for a VL loan anyway. But I also don't want to leave this apartment complex because then I'm leaving my mom. So the only way I think me or my mom would move from here is if we both find another apartment complex where we're both living in it, or she gets a condo and I buy a condo at the exact same time in the same condo building, which is difficult to find a condo in the same building. So financial decisions are not always about financial rate of return. Sometimes you have to think of medical rate of return, or familial, like your family rate of return, or social rate of return. Maybe you don't want to leave because you have friends in a particular complex or stuff like that. So, I mean, investing is simple, but it's far more complex than people think of. And this is why I hate most financial advisors, because they just look at the numbers. And they would say the numbers don't lie. Yes, they do, because they don't take emotion into account. And then they'll say, well, emotion shouldn't be a determining factor in investments. Yes, they should be. You don't want to use emotions when you're deciding whether to buy or sell stock. But your general emotional state and the emotional state of the people around you and the emotional impact of an investment or not making an investment, you absolutely need to keep that in mind, or you're going to make really bad investments. If I just look at the numbers, it's really stupid for me and my mom to be renting apartments and just giving money every month to our landlord. And it's funny, people go, do you rent or your own? I go, I re-rent. as soon as I say that, they think that we are not like wealthy. But my mom and I have a decent amount of money invested in a lot of real estate. Like, we are a landlord to a bunch of tenants, but we rent our apartments. It's bonkers, but it's because it's not a financial investment, the apartments. It's an emotional one that's allowing me to stay close to my mom and my mom to stay close to me. And for right now, that is the best decision for us. What's up, Don Johnson? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for clicking like. By the way, if you just joined us, this is being recorded. As soon as I'm done with this, it's going to get posted on YouTube as a regular video. Watch it from the beginning. You will learn so much about investing money, investing in time, investing in relationships. I mean, we've had a wild, rollicking time. The questions that you guys have been sharing have directed the conversation to places I didn't even think we were going to go. Zach, Raiche or Rake or Raish, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Thank you so much. You're a great soul too. God bless you. I hope you'll click like, guys. I hope you'll click subscribe and click notifications all, because that way every time I do a live stream, I got another like. 11, I like you guys. I like you guys for liking me. By putting on the notifications, you'll get notified every time I do a live stream. And what I've noticed, and I've got a lot of comments from people, every one of my live streams is completely different. And I'm not patting myself on the back. I'm just stating a fact. I have such amazing life experiences and more education than probably anybody that you know, that I have such incredible perspectives on basically anything going on in the world. And I'm so happy about this because for so many years, I've been thinking, why did I spend so much time and money getting all of these degrees? Because they've done nothing for me. I thought all of these degrees were going to make me rich and famous and successful. I thought that going around the world was going to make me such a well-rounded person and that I would be able to share that. And I thought writing all my books, I thought these books were going to make me rich and famous. And like nothing that I've done in my life has made me rich and famous. And it's been 20 years of me trying, guys. It's been brutal. And I have had times when I've cried. I've been times when I've wanted to be dead. I've been times when I wish that I had got blown up in Iraq, because my life has been emotionally incredibly difficult. Big roller coasters. And I am grateful that you guys are all here. And I don't know what the heck I was talking about or why I started talking about it. Maybe it was about persistence. Maybe it was about keep going. But what was it about? Do you guys any idea what I was talking about? Because I can't remember. Josue wrote, thanks for today's stream. Very informative. I'm looking forward to the next one. Thanks, Josue. It's been great to have you. I'm going to be signing off in a few minutes as well. Zach, Adams, smaller parts forever. Jesus was the way the whole time. Oh, Jesus, wait, we were lied to. I'm not sure what, I'd like to better understand what you're saying, Zach. But I don't understand. Let me know. Don, it's the journey that counts, not the destination. Thank you. You just reminded me what I was saying. For so many years, I was wondering, was everything that I've done for these last 20 years, was it a waste of time? Because You Can't Kill Stephen King, my movie, did not become the big success I had hoped. I mean, it's a success. It's on Vudu. It's the movie of the month on Vudu, on Fandango. But nothing I did really has taken off. My books did well, but haven't taken off like a rocket. And I'm realizing now, thanks to this YouTube live stream, all of my experiences, all of my failures, all of my almost successes are becoming the foundation for everything I'm able to share with all of you. And so I salute all of you guys and thank you for letting me be a part of your lives. And Zach, they can't be small parts forever. We're all made of nothing, of God, actually. That is true. I mean, from dust to dust. And it's a good thing to be reminded, all of us, that not all of us are just human. Even the President of the United States is just another person. And There's no difference between the President of the United States and the janitor at the White House. They are both humans. They both have value. They both invest their 24 hours every day in the best way they can. They invest their money every year in the best way they can. And that's what you and I are doing too. All of us are awesome in our own special way. Mark, I want you to write your book. Don, I want you to invest your money and start your business, whatever. Ark, keep rocking on with your designs. All of you guys have a dream within you, and I want you to pursue it. I want you to invest more of your time and energy into doing research into how to succeed with your dream. More importantly, forget the research, just start doing it. I just started doing this. I have this book called The YouTube Formula that was written. Let me show it to you. This book. I've had it for a year and a half. And it's just sitting on my bookshelf. I haven't been reading it. I got it because I knew I wanted to read it because I wanted to get better at YouTube, but I didn't have the motivation to read it because I was thinking, YouTube is stupid. I've been trying for 20 years. How is this book going to possibly help me? But then this YouTube live thing started, and suddenly I'm realizing, oh my gosh, I remember that YouTube book. Now it's relevant to me again. Persistence. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep doing research, but do research while you're doing it. That's the point of this. I bought that book for research, but I didn't even start reading it until I started doing the live streams. Last thing, can you say hi to my friend Jack Mayhoff? Yes, I love Shrek. I'm telling you right now, Jack Mayhoff is the greatest guy on this live stream at this moment. He is fantastic. Don Johnson only makes shorts. Don, how many subscribers do you have and how many, this is the last thing and then I'm going to go to bed. Don, how many subscribers do you have and how much watch time? And are you talking about here on YouTube? While he's doing that, something I learned about shorts. The shorts, they don't count for watch time. So you need to get something like 3 million views, which means you are only 285 subs. Don't say only. That's 285 subs more than most people in this world, and most people are on YouTube. Most people have 0, 1, or less than 10. So you have 285, which means you can start doing live streams. And I really recommend you start doing it because I'm getting massive subscribers by doing these live streams, and I'm getting a lot of watch time. And I think it might be able to help you get more people to also watch your shorts, just as a suggestion. Maybe you've got a better strategy. I just want to finish up with this. Thank you once again. Thank you for investing your time with me tonight rather than investing it buying lottery tickets or going to the casino and wasting your money. Please think this week, how are you investing your time? Are there better ways you can invest your time? Please think about how you are investing your money. Are there better ways you can invest your money? Remember, if you like, you can check out my book, Trust. Go to Amazon and type Trust Monroe Mann. And in the description to this video, you'll find the link to all of my websites. Would love you to check them out. Happy to be positive, my friend. Don, you're doing great. And guys, before you do, I hope you can invest 2 more minutes and subscribe to Don Johnson's YouTube channel. If he's got 285 subscribers, it means he's really trying hard to do something with this. And if we can get him up to 286 or 287 tonight, that would be fantastic. And by the way, Don Johnson, if you leave a comment on one of my videos here, I will subscribe to your channel as well because I'm happy to support you. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for your support. And until next time, my name is Monroe Mann. Ciao.